This episode of the 2020 Kincardine Fall Fair is brought to you by Kincardine Farmers Market, Dr. Miranda Deller Quinn Dentistry, Burvey Women's Institute.
Hi, Chef Ryan Robertson. We're going to make creme brulee today with a local blackberry compote. We're going to start with our blackberry compote. We take 1 pint of fresh blackberries that I got from the Saturday Farmers Market. Just put those right into the pot with about a half a cup of white sugar. Just sprinkle that over these beautiful blackberries like so. We're going to take this pot and we're going to put it on high heat for a little while and allow the sugar to pull the moisture out of the berries, and that will form the base of our sauce. Moving on to the creme brulee. Creme brulee is in essence a custard. Custard is made with eggs, cream, and some white sugar. So we have a little bit better than a cup of sugar in this pot. We're going to add our cream into it, about 1.5 liters. We're going to add our vanilla beans. Vanilla bean is a little bit different than the vanilla extract you're used to. This is the natural form of the vanilla. You just straighten out your bean. You're going to split it down the middle very carefully so as not to cut yourself. With the bean in half, you can see the seeds on the inside of the pod. There they are right here. You scrape your thumbnail along the outside of the pod and all the seeds will come out, just like so. We add those into our pot. And to really make sure we get the full use of our vanilla bean, we're just going to throw that pod right in there and cook it too. Give it a quick stir, and we're going to take this over and we're going to put it onto the heat. While our cream and sugar and vanilla are heating, we're going to separate our eggs. Custard only requires the yolks, so we're going to separate them here, reserving our egg whites for another purpose later on. Getting all the whites out, separating ever so carefully, and we're going to do this 13 more times. There we have our yolks all together. Let's take a quick look at our compote. It's been simmering away. You can see how all those blackberries have released their moisture with the sugar, and they've turned into this really liquidy sauce. So we're just going to put that back on and let it continue cooking. Back to our egg yolks. We'll give them a quick beat up in this little bowl here. Get them all worked around. Look at that, nice and thick. Now, this is a very critical step coming up. We're going to take our hot boiling cream and we're going to add it to our raw egg yolks. If we do it too fast, we're going to have scrambled eggs. We want to temper it in slowly, a little bit at a time. So as I continue to whip, I'm just going to take a little bit of my hot cream and slowly trickle it into the bowl. I can't stress how important this step is if you don't want to be eating scrambled eggs. So just 1 scoop at a time as I'm continuing to stir this continually, constantly. Once we've got the bowl to the same temperature as the cream, we can just add in the rest of the pot. The critical step is indeed over. Just pouring it all in, get a nice stir to it. There we go. There's our mixture. Hot, delicious. Set that aside. Here we have a baking dish filled with water. We're going to cook these in a water bath. I'm adding my ramekins in here now. That water should come up to the level of the custard inside. A little trick here is to take a saucer and just hold the saucer underneath our ladle so we don't get drops all over the place. I'm just going to slowly put 4 ounces into each ramekin. After we have our ramekins all filled, we're very carefully going to take it over to our oven, which I've preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to cook them for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Here is one of our creme brulees finished from the oven. I want you to take careful note here. See how it's jiggly? It's not runny and it's not solid. A nice jiggle is what we're looking for here. Here is our compote that I've taken out of the refrigerator. You'll notice that it is no longer runny. It is nice and it's thick. The berry is all cooked down and it's very concentrated in its flavor. So a little bit more white sugar over the top of our custard. We're just gonna spoon that, shake it out. This is my favorite part. We get to do the Brule part of the creme brulee, French for burning sugar. Here it is. Look at that beautiful, bubbly, burning sugar. Now that will cool. into a nice brittle crust for the top. Please be careful not to touch the molten sugar. We're going to take our compote and we're going to form a nice little hipster quenelle out of it just by working it with these spoons. It should hold its form together if we've done it right, and we're just going to pop it right on the top of that crust. We're going to add a fresh blackberry just for a little bit of contrast, and there we have it, blackberry creme brulee.